Here we go. Welcome back to StockSmart. Now we're going to start off here with ASUR software. Looks like we're up pretty big here in the 1 hour chart. We'll pull out the weekly here. All right, and we'll see that we got our weekly runs here. All we're looking at is the HA Colt. We can use this for a swing signal. It will tell you how many bars, so 344 days, or 48 bars, 104, and it also gives you the angle of the degree. I didn't really notice that before, which must be important in some way. All right. It looks like right now you're not doing real great with this one on a low term. Let's pull this out to the weekly. I see, okay. So we might hit a nice low sometime soon, but had we found our low back here in April, this really would have been, alright. That would have been the bee's knees. Alright, now let's see if we can find... Doesn't that just shoot way up into the air there? Wow, look at that go. And... let's go from this low, stricken across this high, and we can look for it to finally get in that area sometime. Okay. Now, reading our HA Colt isn't very difficult. So, OBSV, OBSV, and DYAI, DYAI International. Is that it? Okay. Now let's chart our channel right through here. Then it looks like we get to chart this through here. And that gives us this extended channel all the way through here. All right. And then as we bounce off of this line and we go here, it may be best. Okay, let's chart here and go down like that. Okay. All right, so we see that breakout, a big pop, drops, respects that support through there, and trends on. Okay. And let's go with the point here and strike through here and here. And you just have to find the angles and see them. That may actually be right here. That may be the true trajectory. And as you can see how far it is off if one of them is not correct or if both are correct. All right. Now, let's pull up, what was the other? EYEG. Okay. And we can see what they did today. They had a very big pop. And let's come in on our slower time frame here where we can find that. All right. And had we gotten into EYEG and were able to plot these particular lines up through here, you would have been able to prepare yourself for this to double soon as well. Okay, so these are things that we want to try to find. And looks like when we start to get movements above, certain moving averages, we can see that. Now let's check our Darvis bull flags. And I've made a modified Darvis box strategy. And let's pull that up. And we'll get rid of our in the money, out of the money. And we'll go with the modified Darvis box. And there's still another signal, or another 2 or 3 signals I would really like to get a hold of in there. But given what we see here, okay, we do get those signals that put you in the market beforehand. All right, I still need to code in something that says don't show this arrow. And we want a up arrow in that particular position. Okay. Many things hitting the rock bottom today. And let's see what the overall market looks like. And check out the market watch. And it looks like tech sector's having a big pullback. What a surprise. And many ETFs are comprised of heavy growth plays in the tech sector. Okay. Yeah, the tech sector seems to be what has created das Bubble. And we'll go for our daily Jaja and see if that comes up. It may, it may not. MTUM and APP. Sava, SSO, and TX. All right. And see, this should have been caught when price was, you can see this support all the way across there. You know, when price was equal to, you know, the lower band, okay? You know, when price touches the lower band, you know, that, or equal to the lower band. I don't know why this one did. And that didn't catch it, but it's touching, but that should have registered as a signal. So it still needs a little bit of work, okay? But so far we do have a few more signals, okay? Your typical comprise of upper band, lower band, buy signal, and sell signal. Well, now we have a breakout signal, a fake out breakout signal, so it's going to try to fake you out before the breakout. And then, of course, there are breakout fake outs. And then we have this one that I'm comprising the bottom, you know, within the particular trend, you know, which we can see when we get those, you know, bottomed out candles there. We'll move forward. It should have caught it there, but maybe it didn't. All right, and so you get your regular buy signals, your, let's see, the fake out breakout signals, okay, and your Darvis bull flag signals. Now here, where we have the blue, those are our fake out breakouts, okay? This is where it's a fake out to push down and then a breakout. And you'll notice that it's pretty accurate. It happens a lot, more often than not, okay? And we can see following these particular trends, you know, when price, ask, you know, yeah, is equal to or greater than the upper band and lower band, all right? But you could also do and use moving averages to get these very similar results, okay? So you get your typical buy and sell signals that come with your Darvis box, but then you get, fake out breakout signals, and you'll get, big breakout signals here, all right, which we are calling the bottom. All right, so we get no daily Jaja today. All right, now let's see what else we can find then. Let's see if there's anything on this. Doesn't usually happen, but sometimes. And it's a very interesting signal, too. Come hither. And let's check out our parabolic SAR. Oh, yeah, let's do our PPS buy signals. All right. We don't normally check the PPS buy signals anymore. We haven't been. That may be a fault of my own. Fuel cell. Look at this. Ooh la la. Getting closer and closer to that reversal, aren't you? All right. So here is your, bull flag or your, breakout. And let's make the fake out breakouts pink. Okay. So now we have that strategy. It's built and saved. All right. So make sure you subscribe if you'd like to have the new modified Darvis box strategy. And there is a strategy. This is the study. Of course, if you are to get it, you can just unhash here and unhash here. And you may even consider adding the new signals from line 88 all the way down to line 92 also into the order system. All right? And of course, if I ever do it, I'll, of course, let you know. Ha-ha. All right, so let's take away the modified Darvis box here. Let's go into strategies. And let's see if we can find the HA Colt strategy. All right. And we'll see how that plays out to the regular HA Colt. Looks like it does register a buy signal. It doesn't quite register sell signals that well, but there's one. And there's the signal to short it. Okay. Looks like we go bullish, or it starts to go bullish. You really should have already been in by then. You're a bit late to the party by the time HA Colt gets in. But as you can see, there's still plenty of room to run. And you have from, here up to decide where you want to get out at. But this could also do you bad for the slippage. Okay. So we look for, a tight bid-ask spread on particular scalping operations. We don't want a really wide bid-ask spread. All right, so we're still watching DD. Okay, looks like AMC, MARA, BTBT, many of the ones we've been talking about. What is HTHT? House you? You're going to house me? No. Okay, let's see here. Let's check this out. We'll run this trend all the way up. All right. Oh, there we go. And we get a pop, a bounce, a touch, fake out, or a breakout fake out. All right. Very good. So now we see how this particular HA Colt works. And the HA Colt strategy does work very well on the weekly on many stocks, okay? One of the most reliable swing trading strategies I do know of. And I recommend to just about anybody. Okay. And we can see just in this time frame on the 4-hour 180 day, but we do have some discrepancy with the amount of shares it's taking and things like that. So that could be messing up the numbers too. So we'll pull up our HA Colt bot. Let's check this and see what we've got. Input TEMA, EMA, define, HA Colt, add order, buy auto, add order. Okay, so chances are if I want my scans to work, I need to take the information from this. Okay. Although my scans do work, they don't continue to work. They work when I build them, but then they don't work later. Alright, let's check out this strategy. And, okay. Maybe I just didn't finish working on that here, but let's just see what we've got. Let apply, we'll hit OK. And I don't know if this strategy catches anything before the other one did, but let's just see. Take it down onto a 15-minute time frame. We can see what our P&L is here, which is no good because it wasn't able to recognize the trend. As we can see, in a downward trending market, it did lose some money. Now, in the downwards trend, it made money, made money, made money, made money, made money, made money. That's a good thing. But we really don't want it, you know, right when it hits the high to lose money. That's bad. It means that it can't quite catch on to the reversal fast enough, all right? And we need to catch those reversals faster. All right. Let's see if we can catch this trajectory here. Looks like we're going right through there. All right. Now, given where we see our signals come in here, let's go and we'll pull up our other HA Colt. The other strategy. Alright, that one's 122222. This one's a little bit more, but not by much. Oh, no, it's a little less. Okay. Interesting. Must have had trouble with that. Looks like we've got an HA Colt too. And this is where we get all of our information. Yeah, to okay. Yeah, so there's some of this that could really be turned into a really, really good strategy. There's more here than we know. Okay. We'll have to play with that later. Let's check our HA Colt 2 and our HA Colt study cross 15. I do believe it's been changed to 0. Yes, it has. So HA Colt cross 0. And we'll hit apply. Okay with Olay. Alright. So now we get our HA Colt, and instead of getting this bar, we get a spike. All right. So how can the spike help us? Because the spike only happens, one time, and then when it's done, it's no longer accurate. So unless the spike is accurate for an entire day, and as we can see here, all right. So when the HA cult study crosses 0 and is accurate, we get a buy signal, all right? Now this is a very, very good buy signal, whether you want to register it like this in your mind, or like this in your mind, or like this in your mind. Okay, these are swing entries, okay? And given that typically everything's going to be against you, 80% of the retail market is institutional investors, and they also have apparently their own little market they get to play in too. And then, of course, with the market only being in an uptrend, 70% or, a little more of the time, it's kind of always against you now, isn't it? And if you were to choose an opportunity, anything outside of a very educated, strategically placed decision, you could be setting yourself up for failure. So I think that's my fun talk to myself moment for today. I think these talks probably inspirationalize me more than they do any of you, but, hit the like button if you should feel so inclined. I see that going through there. All right. Now, I like how this HA Colt is really able to spit out these trend lines right where I would also possibly put them. And let's get rid of this HA Colt here. And we'll keep these two. Okay, now this is HA Colt is greater than 9. All right, now I don't know why it catches greater than 9, but it did. All right, and this is HA Colt crosses above. So those are your two difference in your HA Colt greater than and crossing above signals. All right. So when you use a greater than or crossing above signal, you'll see that greater than will give you a continued signal, whereas as it crosses above, it's just looking for the cross above, and after that cross is done, the signal's no longer valid. You follow? And we're going to change these over. So we will make this swing entry. And we will make this the enter now. Okay. I'd really like to make a, kind of really ironic or, smart alecky, version of particular strategies. Ones that put little bubbles up that say smart alecky things when I think it could be funny. Give it good information. Just try to build it in a creative way. Not that the stock market is the place for creativity, but I'm sure some of it is warranted. There we go. And now we've got IQ pushed down around here. Looks like we're probably going to go down into some earnings. And let's see if that is the trend line. Looks to be. Very good. And we will get rid of this study. Okay. And should we choose, to give these entries, Boolean entries, we can go in and code them so. Or we can just from the front end do it like this. And we'll get our enter now. We'll make that a 3. And we'll make it a more vibrant color, at least one we can see. Alright, and there's that color right there. Now let's see if I move that in front, if it will appear first. Alright. And it does. Excellent. Alright. So keeping that in mind too, building strategies, there does need to be a particular order that should be followed. Okay? And that pretty much tells me that I can go around and fix some of my other strategies that maybe didn't work or I wasn't able to see signals so well. AAN, the Shaft Weekly. All right. Now let's go see what is on our Shaft Weekly, or we can check our STC Daily, monthly, 4 hour. Let's see, we did get stuff coming up. Excellent. Very good. Lots of good stuff. Woof. And we'll see how this plays out here. The signals were a bit odd, which is why we like to go and look on the weekly, daily, and 4-hour time charts, for swing trading entries. I don't necessarily like all these little arrows here, given the particular signaling. So we can change that over to, some dots or something. Or we can change that over to something like that. That's not doing it for me. Let's see. Some dots, maybe? No. Cool, I broke it. CBRE. All right. Now, yeah, we may have to come in here and fix this up a bit. But it's a pretty simple piece of code here. All right. So we'll leave that alone for now. And let's see if we can find a moving average script that I was working on. That one's probably not mine. There we go. But that is a nice multiple time frame moving average. Based on a 1 hour exponential, okay? And I'm pretty sure we can go over and change that, change our time period so we can use different aggregates within an aggregate period, wink wink. And we can change our exponential type. All right, and we've got our average line. Okay, let's play with that some. That's kind of neat. TTFC. Let's see, why are we not getting this pulling up in here now? I wonder. Dost no double aggregate. There you go. All right. So you can't double aggregate. If you do, you will agitate. All right. And now check out Tesla. Doji for the breakout. And look where that doji is sitting. Right in betwixt the crack. Yes. Will it rise or will it fall? Yes, should Hercules answer the call? Okay, looks like we got hook. A word of caution to this tale. Let's see what's so rad. It's rad because it's going down into earnings. Silos. Looks like I've already been here. And we did continue to break that trend line and fall down. Looks like the last trend line I put was here, but it was accurate. Okay, I like this nice low, but this doesn't really help very much. Yeah, see, that's a very accurate trend line right there. So we'll see how this continues to travel. It looks like if we go from here, There we go. And we can see this trend right through here. And why didn't it draw? There we go. And it looks like this will be acting as the lighthouse. Okay. I nearly expect a... And I don't really have, any technology that can come in and plot, say, a 32 or 90 degree angle right here at the corner and shoot my line the other direction. But maybe I can figure out a way to make it work. Using a box or a rectangle, or maybe these Fibonacci fans. I bet those would help. A Fibonacci spiral. Ooh. Fibonacci arcs. Very interesting. So we're going to have to learn how to use the arcs, the spiral, and the fans, and the Andrews pitchfork. 4 great video ideas. All right. Quadrant lines and cycle brackets. I don't know what cycle brackets are. Oh. Interesting. Drawing tools. Thus Fibonacci spiral. Okay. We'll have to figure out how to use that. I bet it's used because most retail people don't, which would mean it would give you an extra upper hand. Now let's go from here to here. If you just go from the low to the high, yeah, maybe that's it. Weekly. Kind of seems like it, huh? Go from the low to the high. And from the low to the high. And from the low to the high, or from the high to the low. I'm not sure yet. I'm sure we'll figure that out. And we'll try it from our high to our low. Fibonacci spirals. That's interesting. That really is. All right. Let's get rid of this moving average here. Looks like we've got a TEMA and we've got a DEMA. I've never seen those before. And let's take our lower moving average 2. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Fast length, slow length. Okay. we've got some fixing to do in there. Yeah, there's some fixing to do in there. You know, being that we're only really seeing, you know, 2 moving averages. And it looks like these are the, what are we calling them? Star bands. Okay, declare weak volume dependency. Okay. So what's that? Like declaring if it's low float? And we'll get rid of this. We'll hit apply. Hit OK. Not sure what our DMA is, but is our DMA in the middle here? Let's go down to the 4-hour. And let's pick another chart. Alright, and we can pick our star bands here, which are basically Bollinger Bands. Okay, and let's check out our DMA. Define EMA, price, EMA price, exponential, and the EMA price. And then plot, okay. And that's not really much different than the TEMA. Alright, so we'll go take a look at the TEMA. You can see that too. We'll get rid of the star bands. You got your DMA and your TEMA. TEMA. Alright, and I don't see a, but we'll find it. Alright, now for our TEMA, open up EMA 1, EMA 2, EMA 3. Okay, so we got 3 EMAs. Alright, so this is a TEMA. This is a triple exponential moving average. And I'm going to bet that the DMA is a double exponential moving average. I'm learning math. That's not funny because I'm really not that great at it. All right. Or maybe I say I'm not that great at it, but I'm better than I think I am. Let me read the description. I want to know about it. And yet it will not tell me. Okay. The double exponential moving average, designed for calculating a moving average, eliminating lags associated with simple moving average. The double moving average is calculated as the difference between the double value of the exponential moving average and the moving average of the moving average for the same period. And we've got our TI supply and demand edge. So let's get rid of our DMA and our DMA. We'll keep our TEMA. We'll put our demand index lower and our next demand index lower. All right, and I'll hit OK with Ole. All right, and we will look at these strategies. And I do have some work to do on this lower moving average study. I will eventually get that completed too. You know, doing them all, I don't really have any help, so it's hard to get them all done. have on okay. Another tech company with a big giant run in the demand index on the 4 hour. That's a huge signal. All right. Now, let's look for and pull up. So I think these are similar. Demand index, DMI index is greater than negative 0.25 and 50. 50. Buy now, sell now. All right, for some reason I decided to take it in tighter and go 0.25. All right, and it looks like semi, they are building a block trade. All right. Looks like we're here at tact. And this demand index signal is one that we like to pay attention to, even in our other signals and setups. All right. So this demand index may be a better signaling system than we originally thought. Or we just haven't given it enough attention yet. Let's see if we've even worked on a demand index strategy. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, Chanday momentum. So we've got the studies built, which would essentially work as viable watch lists and or triggers. Okay, LKQ. So this is TI supply and demand edge. Okay, so AD short signal, AD long signal, tick short signal, long signal. Okay. And let's go out to the weekly here and see if we get any kind of, doesn't seem to want to have any signals on the weekly. Declare hide on daily chart. Why? How about no? Let's see, full YouTube tutorial here. Let's give our credit to Ron Wixo for catching tick copy / paste error on lines 18 and 19. Credit to Brent Wilderman for adding code that enables study to work with extended hours on and off. Okay. But we are going to get rid of declare and hide on daily. All right. And okay. Hit apply. And we'll bring it down to daily. No weekly signals there. Doesn't seem to be any daily signals there. I wonder. And 4 hour, we get it. All right, let's see. Define current high, current low. I see. So they're probably holding it back here, as regular session. Yeah. So it's very possible we can, let's see what happens. Oh, we jazzed it up good. Alright, well, let's plot it. And we can see that it may take a little bit more finagling to get that to work, but we can play with it. We'll change that to a def, though. Oh, we don't want a default. We just want def. There we go. All right. Now we'll get rid of that for right now. Let's see what our daily high-low is. Okay. And this is giving our daily high-low. Let's see what that's based on. Highs and lows. How about that? Show only last period, aggregation period day. So when you start to put in your aggregation period, that's why we didn't see anything on the weekly. Okay. Let's go out here, and we'll take this all the way out to month. We'll click OK, click Apply, and let's see if we can get a signal on the weekly. And there it is. So where we didn't have it before, we have it now. All right. And we have it there too. All right, so now we can get our weekly signals on our high and lows as well. That's a good little strategy there, our daily high-low strategy. We may be able to use that in the future. The daily high-low strat. And that is adjustable. Aggregate. Very good. I hit apply, okay. And of course, we can go by moving average crossovers too if you wanted those particular swing entries. City office. Now let's go over and look at the ever so popular AMC. All right. And we'll see how our daily high-lows have handled it. Well, not so well. Well, we can see we're hitting some supports right now. But we were to buy here and sell here, and pretty much just kind of like a lot of people did. Yeah, unless you were really following the ape army, using this system, you wouldn't have gotten another signal to get in on a daily time chart. And the daily time charts were ones that I was following very closely. All right, now we're down on the 4-hour time chart. And we'll go down to the 1-hour time chart. Wonder why nothing's popping up. How about the 5-minute time chart? Exactly. Yep. Exactly. The last signal you were given was a sell signal telling you to get out. How very interesting. All right, now let's take our little lighthouse here. Oh, nope, sorry, wrong one. Let's do our drawings, our drawing tools here. We'll go back to our line tool. There we go, and we'll extend this on in there. And look, GameStop right here, where they are trapped at. Will they break and bounce above, or will they just bounce up, hit here, and be rejected into this squeeze area upon earnings, where we might even get to see the next viable run? And all of these here are going to be Darvis true signals on the weekly. Now let's see what we have for signals on the daily. And no bull flags there. Let's see what we have for trend noise. All right, so noisy trends would be these right here. Looks like Tilray's popping up on here. And Palantir, very good. Okay. Looks like NEO's having a sell into earnings, where they'll probably try to give a nice good discount within a particular area. Now let's check out our TPO and look for where that area will be. It'll be right here. All right. So we'll look for a drop below this area for them to build up and possibly continue to build prices from this all the way down to the $8.03 range and then back up. So we will be, or looks like it's probably going to continue to build another block trade. Yes. Pushing down and filling in orders where they have been put in particular places. So watch those big wicks as they extend down, but more than likely, if it's just a big, long, extending wick, it's probably not valid. They're just reaching for a gap fill and the shares they can collect along the way. All right, so we'll stop with Wish, and I wish you would hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 400. And I think we're about done for now, so I will catch you in the next video. Get out there and make some money.